14 attend the fragment in the body, an ensemble of shapes to each their set, formed as the parent image, parental lineage of its ensemble revised. So 14 starts with fantasy is what travails, allons, nous, shem, kem, hem, them, unto what then shall come to terms with the loss of jouissance as its very extension for its constitutive speech, as cure for ensemble nerfed 1 of 14. The next deviation is the others of the other. So from the axis in Shima L, from little o to o, to its extended form and its duplicate ideal image, there is a symbolic lineage to traverse in terms of the history that forms its amalgamation throughout time. Can this be exit form 2 of the ensemble 14 in time? Element 3, the now and then of the not, the lot of le je et le J apostrophe, la jalouissance pas encore fondée de son expression ultime, sublime 3, de ce qui en fait le but, instance de ce qui en a conclu le moment fort clos, symbolique qui revient dans le réel, fundamental to being, is the social, political, and yes, too animalistic urges. This is why the animal is imaginary to the human, that is symbolic to its machinic form, which is procedurally condensed as the real, its symptomatic address as the composite ensemble of its systemic urges revealed through the interlude. So here are partial aspects of its constitution to whom exploration of political discontent can be traced. We presuppose an explanation, the very thing we were hoping to explain. The only way we can explain the social contract is by presupposing Hobbes as wholly pre-social man. This possessing dispossessed of, due to the social abilities, the communications, and made pacts that his position is supposed to explain. The act that founds a body of law is never itself legal. I'm not sure if these are notes taken in reading. I can't even tell you exactly who they would be if not Lacans, then something around that study in terms of what, democratically speaking, fails but always aims towards its seal in the name its equivocation conceals. Fantasy as such is always fundamentally the fantasy of one's origins. That was piece 14. If Adam and Eve were purely innocent, how could they have been tempted? Why has God punished humans with the weight of original sin? Radical evil asserts self-conceit above the law. I believe this is Zizek. Opens up the space for all such historical choices. Sod is the truth of Kant. In terms of the reality Kant concealed from Sod's experience-based contingent necessities that he had then to return to Aristotelian logic to see where the necessity was congealed in terms of attribution for its cyclical predication. Its domain had to be resounded in resolution from. Last piece of this set is Kleinemann, Thinking Thing, Res Cogitas, Self versus Subject. Seek clues to its identity in its social and political life, asking the question of others and the big other, which defines the subject as such. Que voi? What do you want from me? I wish to speak in the place where want is concealed so that I can predicate what is of the question revealed, fundamental fantasy. Meaning that the subject misrecognizes itself as the objet petit, or lost object within the field of objects that it perceives. And the stain is the trace where the code has to be revealed towards the message. Its signification is significant in signification towards its primordial attribution. A friend indeed is in speaking what condensation bequeaths of its nature for a fundamental gift without attribution, where attribution resorts to its return in non-consequential orders, where the order is expanded and the formal constituent elements are indulged in separation from the predicates which had been submerged in a subterfuge of obfuscating elements, where the swamp of images was ascertained and seen through, where the words were themselves inconspicuous towards the nature that the images they caused provoked in the symptomatique of the hysterical attribution they resorted towards in discourse, built in and throughout, but from